sorry, we just cleaned the camera. It was much better. Yes, sorry. Hello, 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 whoa, whoa. Hello, 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 whoa, whoa. It's not like you didn't know that. I swear I love you and I swear I still do. And it must have been so bad. Who doesn't like Nickelback, guys? Come on. Enough of the mentality, they're cringe, they're cool. Don't blink. It's your boy, yeah. Welcome to the third show. Guys are doing well, having a wonderful day. You should do this in a normal speed. Don't blink. It's your boy, Link. Welcome to another show. Hope you guys are doing well, having a wonderful day on this 29th August 2025. I know what you're saying, dude, after that video. No time for an intro. You're absolutely right. We just did a video, not just now, but about 3 hours ago, of watching Prison Break. And safe to say, Netflix wasn't working. So now, my dear friend, we are the next one. So we are watching No Place, but we're not there. Michael Schofield. We're not there yet. We are not there yet. We are where? We are watching numero 8. There you go, number 8. So if I can do 3 today, I'll be very happy. Because the plan is to do 3. The plan is to do 3, then do TikTok live. Yep. And then the plan is what? You know what? I should be charging the phone. And I don't know what to do here. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we watched I told you guys the intro in another the other episode. The other episode is a blooper because it's 11 minutes of me trying to get it to work and it doesn't work. But why should I get my phone to charge? Well, because I'm gonna make a video after, but fuck it. No guts, no glory. Did you say that, right? I said that too. So we got season 2, episode 8, À la vie à la mort, which translates to from In Life and Death. I'm not gonna be reading the intro because they spoiled the shit out of it. So last episode we have Fernando, and I wanted to come back and talk about it because I do believe they did something that was a bit too hardcore. There's so many. Well, the machine is getting bigger and bigger, so there's more and more people, which is kind of normal, right? My apologies. Disgusting. Shame on you. Sorry, Papa. So like I was saying, it's tough. Everything is gonna be needing to charge. Except for you. You're good. Thank you. You're good. You're a good boy. So they showed the last episode with Fernando Sucre, if you were wondering who's Fernando. I don't think I ever called him Fernando. They showed a really good episode of him, like having some mental issue with mental anguish, anxiety, anger. So when it does come to what it does at the end, which is betray the whole crew, it feels a bit more normal because we think that Sucre is a good dude, which he is. But because he's been acting erratically, then if he does something erratic at the end of the episode, we don't question. We don't question the Lord works. Did I just blaspheme? I think I did. And if I did, so many knows bathroom, my apologies. Okay, with that being said, enough with the side talk, Inky. Let's get into it. At the same time, you know what I'm doing? I'm secretly, and of course secretly, playing the tower and trying to get further to the point where I don't need to press buttons. The beginning is important. The end is, the middle is not. The end is important. Okay, so the very first thing we have is what? Okay, so this is what I don't like. Okay, so if I ignore the I always have to remember where we just ignore. Recap. Yeah, so we have Sucre betraying the team, and people are losing their mind. So everybody is pissed off except for T-Bag, because T-Bag knows he's gonna betray. T-Bag doesn't trust anybody but himself, so when he gets betrayed, it's like, oh, I knew it. I was right all along about you, Sucre. Which you weren't, you're a douchebag. So yeah, so he leaves with the money. He leaves with the money, and then they free the lady. The lady and her daughter, that was a couple. Remember? What is interesting is he freed the mother, and he said if you work hard enough, it'll take you an hour, but you'll be free. If they free the daughter, maybe it will take less time, and then the mother's gonna free the daughter, which is kind of cool. I'm studying a lot today because I'm tired, but I got stuff to do, bro. I got stuff to do. Tomorrow is the 30th, 4 days. That's a good place. Brooklyn Nine-Nine in 1 month. But hey, no complaining. Inky, don't complain that much, bro. People don't like when you complain. My mother told me that you don't like. So we have Sarah that comes in, realizes that her father didn't unalive himself. She finds the culprit that did unalive himself, and she's like, yo, you were gonna make it look like I killed my father. Now, why would you do that? Because Sarah has been seen, or at least thinking about Michael. So yeah, so this is classic. At the same time, the fact that her father, he proved that the father was killed. It's kind of cool because the reason here is not that great. You just ask a question about Lincoln, then you realize that no, he was doing his own investigation, and a little time he got very far. So there was more than that, just that reason for him to be like, yo, what is going on here, you know? So I did like that. I don't need to have a reason right now. As long as you explain something later on, I don't mind. So the first thing that we see is a meeting between Sucre and Michael, which is cool because you realize that Sucre and Michael were working together since day one. Now this, I will tell you, I have to say I love it. What happened here is, this is just, the show is good, and I don't know why. I always thought season 1 was good. It is good, don't get me wrong, it is good. But season 2 just has this oomph, and this oomph is mind-blowing. Yeah, season 2 is just amazing. It's just so good. It's just so much better than season 1. So, Sucre does say that he feels bad for C-Note. And this is kind of cool because since day 1, well, not since day 1, but C-Note always had, and I told you why. I think it's because C-Note has spent so much time in jail that he became indoctrinated. Indoctrinated is when you're part of something for too long. For example, if you're a Republican for too long, if you're a Democrat for too long, you'll stay a Republican, right? And then your kids are gonna be like, oh my God, I want to be a Republican. No, you're not a Republican. This is household. He went to Sucre, and C-Note was nice to Sucre. He might have been a douche to Michael, but he was nice to Sucre. And Sucre does say that he feels bad for C-Note. That I did appreciate. Those are character traits. Yes, Michael is day 1 homie with Sucre, but C-Note was also homie. And at the same time, this is weird because season 2, this is really nice actually. season one, relationship are important. Their bond, how people like each other, right? For example, nobody liked T-Bag, everybody liked Sucre. People loved Michael, right? Everybody was kind of wary of Abruzzi. Though in my opinion, Abruzzi was a good ring character. Can I be honest with you? Killing a wire, oops, spoiler. Killing Tweener, don't care that much. I like Tweener, but not that much. Killing Abruzzi, but again, what are you gonna do with the character, right? What can you do with the character? I don't know. I have no clue. And it's kind of nuts because I would like to see Abruzzi, but that's personal taste. You see the relationship, how they happen, who's close to who doesn't like who, and it's again it's important because you see. Oh wait a second, tie here. I swear to God, I'm gonna make it. It's stuck here, stuck in my way. You don't know what I've been through. Me back when I wasn't cool. Some Convoke. While you wait, let's listen to some Convoke. My way. Oh, such a good song. I was born in the dark, heart was dark. What's going on with Convoke? I don't hear from him enough. Of course, you got diamonds, so that means you got diamonds. And nice, good. Which means that you got diamonds. No, you don't. Great. So yeah, with Sucre and Lincoln, the relationship was kind of weird because Sucre was like, yo, Lincoln is, and that's the craziest thing. Sucre's kind of smart because he's like, I don't have anything against Lincoln, but he is priority. He's one of the most, if not the most, researched men in all America. Bringing him around will cause problem because there will be a lot more heat on us with him than without him. And then Lincoln's like, yo, you can't trust Sucre. He's a thief. You can't trust him. And at the end, Michael is the one that pulls through and say, hey, we're gonna play nice with each other, we're gonna be friends with each other, and that's it. I am the boss here. Yo soy el capitán. And he was like, okay, no problem. And they became friends, which I do appreciate. Why? What do I appreciate? I appreciate it because it serves a plot. I'll be completely honest. I don't want to, the PI thing, it's nice. It's the PI thing serves a purpose. It's a very cringy way. My apologies to the writer of the show. It's a very cringy way to say, yo, these guys should work together. How are you gonna get those guys to work together? Escape, right? The greater evil, the greater good. Doesn't matter what you're looking for. Doesn't matter if you're looking for a greater good or a greater evil. You'll work towards it. As long as you work towards it, you'll do whatever it takes, right? If I told you that you had the love of your life, right, and you meet her, right, and you realize that her brother was your bully in high school, will you still be with her? If you're like, oh, I'm not gonna date your brother's bully. No, if you love her, you don't care. It's the same thing. So Sucre and Lincoln relationship gets better. Now here's the important part: it doesn't need to get better. It doesn't need to. However, them being chill with each other is nice. It's nice. Find that big ring. I don't care about it. So yeah, Sucre comes in and he feels it about C-Note, which is nice. Yeah, it sucks because C-Note, you should play better with other people if they would chill, but at the same time, who knows. Next we got T-Bag. T-Bag, he was smart. He put the money in a different bag because he was afraid they were going to trick him. And because they were afraid they were going to trick him, he put the money in their bag. So when Sucre takes the bag, he takes the wrong bag. And when he takes the wrong bag, guess what happened? Nothing. Because they know that he has the cash. So we have LJ, and this is the important part. LJ gets out, and he's being told like, yo, you're out. What are you gonna do? First thing you're gonna do? He's like, I don't know. And they told him, you should go for a burger. I can take you there. And it is kind of nice because he's a kid, but at the same time, you realize the trap. And LJ is not that dumb. I mean, but I say he's not that dumb. He's not dumb. Why am I saying he's not that dumb? That's really weak. That's really rude. He didn't fall for it. Yeah, so he's like, well, F you, I'm not going anywhere here. Here you guys, I'm going home. cool thing is Lincoln is looking at LJ, so he's looking directly at LJ. Now the question stands: did Lincoln see the car and was suspicious, or did Lincoln say it's too early to see my son? This is okay. That's important. We got Michael and Sucre, which is really good. They have the talkie-walkie of the daughter, so that's their cue to say, hey, this is going on, this is going on, this is going on. Look at this. This is beautiful. This is a tower. This is how you do it. I love this game. This is my favorite game ever. I love the tower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. So they hear. We got to cross the river. So Michael tells Sucre, no, listen, your bike, bro, you're gonna have to leave it. And Sucre's like, I can't, bro. I promised my friend. Like, well, either you should, either you leave it there or is it impounded. So it's like, okay, I got Mahomes. Mahomes looking for the LJ. It's tough. It's tough. So you got this guy who was at Son of Anarchy, Richard, and again, we don't know if he's working for the company. We don't know who he's working for. But basically speaking, right, he's making sure that Mahone has property. We see more work between Bellic and Gary, and Bellic calls his mom and say, "Yo, mom, I cannot do the job. Can't pick me up." And then they hear that the Escape Comics in town they're in. And okay, so guess what? Guess what? Bellic thought that Michael and Lincoln were gonna leave. He thought only T was gonna get the money, right? So he's like, no. And Escape Comic having been found, so there's still money to be found. So they're back on a chase. They're back on a chase. Sarah gets out. She needs more attention for this. This is really cool because we see this guy. Who is this guy? This is the guy that told her father, like, yo, you're asking too many questions, bro. You don't want to be asking questions. And so it's like, I'm gonna do what I want. What you gonna do about it, huh? So yeah, so because this is the guy, we know he's not good. You know he's a no good son of a gun. But she doesn't. So because she doesn't, when it's her time to ask questions, she's like, okay. Feel safe. She feels safe with him. And then what happened is she called. There's another girl that comes in to call and they kill her. Now, from the back, she has brown hair. She kind of looks like him. So does something stupid, which I don't know why she does it, but she picked up the ID. You know? I don't know why she put the ID, but heck, she did. Maybe because she looked like her. Okay. That makes sense. We got Lincoln, who is trying to get some moolah. However, what he took was he took a golf bag and said woman golf bag. So the guy from the pawn shop knows it's stolen. But he's like, yo, I'm not gonna give you this krill that you're looking for because it's stolen. And Lincoln's like, what's gift, bro? They're still good. So yeah, so kind of a boring scene, but okay. You got Fernando and Michael. Fernando gets stuck behind a log, and this is cool. This is really cool because so far, see, this is the thing. This is the thing. Michael, when he has your back, Michael isn't as flamboyant as Sucre. Sucre, when he has your back, you really feel good. Michael's not gonna have your back until he does. For example, he'll make sure. For example, Tweener. Like Tweener never knew that he had his back. For example, Sucre, he never knew that he has his back. So when he does something, you never know, and then he realizes he did it. Like, holy shit, that's a good dude. That's a good dude right there. That's a good dude right there. So yeah, Sarah wants to so Michael is trying to free Sucre. He used the lever system. Now they hear a beam, and the beam is high rise. So this is kind of cool. Mahone has more problem, and here's the thing. Here's the thing. We now know that he is from the police officer, the other guy. The guy that was the son of Anarchy, because he said 2 of the Fox River aides were killed, and you were close by every single one of them. For example, Mahone was there when Lucy got shot down. Tweener got shot down by Mahone himself. So again, what give, bro? You know, it's always a question of, okay, what just happened there? Why do I feel like I'm missing something? Do I do this? Do I do that? Okay, I do that. I did it before, so have to be a dumb move, but I don't care. You don't know what I've been through. That's to be a very dumb move. Okay, good. I'm always at the same point, so we're trying to do better. I don't know. So he's telling you about this is weird. Mount like has to do what it has to do. But then we know that Mahona has to kill them because the company has to kill it. Sarah, now that her life is in danger, which is super nice, is that she's like, yo, guess what? My only way out is kind of Michael. Michael, I trust Michael. And Michael would. Actually, that's smart. Michael got away. If Michael got away, he just possibly knows how to get away again and again and again. We'll never let you go. You're charged possibly pretty well. Okay, that's good. That's a good. So Kim asked Killerman, what is he doing? And then he's talking about fishing. So this is where you read that Killerman was using Sarah to fish out Michael, and that Kim is using LJ to fish out Lincoln. So pretty good once again. Someone goes in and kicks LJ ass. Why? For getting to get it to the hospital, and when he has the hospital, Lincoln won't follow. It's more so of Michael and Sucre. And to be honest, the thing with Michael and Sucre, this scene, it's not interesting. Not interesting. It is interesting because it's Michael and Sucre. They have this chemistry. They get along well, and you love the both of them. But when you look at the scene itself, put anybody else. Put T-Bag and Dalek. You don't care. Put Michael and Lincoln, you do care. Put Smith and Sucre, you do care. Okay, never mind. Yeah, put Tweener, you don't care. Tweener, if he didn't snitch, even though he did better at the end, he did snitch. So that's no good. Sarah is, once again, trying to figure out, and this is cool because she kept the thing at Michael Center. So it's like, okay, well, maybe this is more than just a drawing. Maybe there's something there. Maybe trying to move a message. So yeah, so Lincoln takes away the guy. This is really cool. Bellick goes in and talks to the girl. He talks to the girl, pretend like he's the police, and guess what? He has $100. Now, he keeps $100, but this is the proof that somebody took it. And you know what's the worst thing? You know what's the craziest thing? The lady in question says, the dirty hillbilly, referring to, of course, T-Bag. And Dalek called him a hillbilly. Fun fact. In season 1, you remember? Oh, you don't? Cool. I do. So it's like, okay, well, he has the money. He has money because he paid her. Right? Sarah realized the number that Michael put are possibly a message or possibly letters and not anything. So then what she does is she writes out every single word and tries to find a combination. And she realized that it's rendezvous that spells. So more of Michael and Sucre. Michael does save Sucre, which is great. Then they run away and they get away, which is great. It's really good because they achieve something. Now, Killerman asks his guy, and we know that, hey, what happened is that he saved it. Sucre goes in, he calls his friend, and he's like, I broke her back, I'm sorry. And it's like, oh my god, did you broke my back? And then we learn that Maricruz sent out to Carlos. So there's still some hope. Now, a no for Carlos doesn't mean a yes for Sucre. Let's keep that in mind. Please, thank you. Michael comes in, he bails Sucre out, gives him the car, which is great. And just nice. We know that T-Bag next target is the lady. And there's some really cool moments. There's a This is really nice. This is really freaking nice. So so Lincoln and LJ are together. Now, the really cool thing is LJ and Lincoln, you believe they're father and son. See, in the first season, you didn't really believe in the father and son relationship. You believe that they care about each other, but it wasn't precise as to in which way. Now, you believe in it because now it's syllable. It doesn't matter if it took 2 seasons or 1 season to do it. Now it's believable. So now you like it. I gotta say they did a good job. The next scene, both Sarah and Kellerman, guess what? This is the beautiful scene. I love that. Both Kellerman and Sarah realized that it wasn't numbers, it was letter. Kellerman, right? Thought it was remedy. point. And Sarah was like, okay, well, no, it's not remedy, it's rendezvous. But they both have this answer. However, Sarah does have more. Sarah does have it inside of the frame, which means there's a way to fix all this. And actually, name of jump. So yeah, so this is season 2, episode 8. Pretty bad to be honest. Cameron is looking for more information, but guess what? We realized that no, it doesn't have what it does. Yeah, that did scare me. So once again, it's tough because Mahone is between a hard and a rock and a hard place. So he's like, whatever he does, either he owes to both government but also the company. So whatever he does, he betrays one of them. However, Kellerman kind of moves things around and saves. He does save Mahone. And I gotta say, you know what? I actually really do like the relationship between Mahone and Kellerman. Why? Because it's two people that aren't really friends. They're not really friends, but they're working together towards the next plan. And like, yo, we're ready to get the job done. Let's do it. Which actually really enjoy. Make it vote. I got 20%. We got this. We got this, ladies and gentlemen. Not only did we got this, but we're gonna do it. That's good. Okay. So we have season 2, episode 9, the duel. We got Michael who gets hired. Doesn't get really hired, but usually these guys to get into the place, which is kind of cool because right away he gets recognized. Right away he gets in trouble. However, guess what he does? Solo plan because you were this guys. Oh, sorry. Season 9, the duel. Michael meets the ex-wife of Mahomes and try to discover his secrets. Meanwhile, Kellerman is on the trace of Sal. So really good episode also. Okay, cool. So the first thing that Michael does, it's not really clear as to why he does it, but he does it. I don't remember why he does it. So yeah, so we've got more of the relationship of Lincoln and LJ, about trusts, which is really freaking nice. Well, I don't know why he does that. So now we learned that Mahone killed Tweener, and he is being questioned by the media, which means that Michael sees it, which means Michael knows that Tweener was killed, and he knows who did it. You see, this is really cool because the couple of episodes. First of all, this is very cool because it shows how Mahone is dangerous. He shows that Mahone is dangerous. Second of all, a couple of episodes, Michael will have problem with the guilt. He saw a lot of guilt, and there's something bad that's going on. So Michael see what's going on. You have a flashback scene in between Michael and his brother saying Mahone is dangerous. So something about this guy that shakes me the wrong way. So now Mahone is on the route again. See, this is a cool thing. Mahone just took a break because he was questioned. So that's because he didn't do anything. However, Kellerman got into it. This episode is more so Cena, and it's a good episode. So we're good with that. Cena will come back in, and what I love is that we learned that he got in trouble. We never really understood why he was arrested. He was dealing with some stuff. So then what happened is his friends did snitch. It's like, yo, I'm out of jail and now you own me. I did snitch on you guys, now you own me. So this is kind of cool because you kind of believe in what he says. Like for example, I would take a guy and say, oh, you own me. You don't really believe it. You know, it's like the way he plays it and the way that people react to it. It's like, okay, well, you buy that he did something that was possibly heroic, possibly something else. So yeah, so you believe it. So he comes in deciding to get everything. Now, the problem here is, and this is a big problem, the problem here is the FBI knows that he's going to be looking for his daughter and his wife. So they are at the wife's house. We just got Coin for Wave. That's good. That is really good, actually. That's actually really good. Really good. Vaporwave 21. Ooh, really. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. Okay. Next on the list we have, let's do Halford. Yeah, Halford. So yeah, so it's kind of a problem. We have Balak and Gary working on it, which is good. See, this is what I'm talking about. Also, this is really good because you don't buy the chemistry between Balak and Gary, and you don't need to buy it. However, I will say this: you don't need to buy it because at the same time they're working for something, but that something is the Fox River 8. You don't care about Shutter; they're going to Shutter Way. You kind of believe more, and this is the weird part, because this is the exact way. So I just said that Mel and Killerman, you kind of like the relationship because they're both working towards something. Bellic and Gary does the same thing, but you don't believe as much why. And I don't know the answer. I know the answer. It has to be the acting. A lot of those scenes are overacted. So yeah, so LG goes in and he's less looked than Lincoln, so he goes to get a hotel room. Now the really good scene is the girl, she's really cute. And then Lincoln's like, yo, she cute, ain't? And you know what's insane? You know what's insane? Is that he's being a good father. He's being a good father. And there's a couple of scenes there that we're going to be, they're having some fights. Now, of course, LJ is, I'm a guy. It was hard to believe, but I'm a guy. I think even what every little dude thinks, he's a man, and take care of the situation. No, let Lincoln do the things, help him out if you can, and just learn. Michael goes in, and this is very important. Michael goes in as a FBI agent, which we now know why he went to the garden. It was to get some certification printed. Give me a sec, guys.